What is up, PTU crew? Welcome back to the channel. This is Pokemon TV Unlimited, and my name is Pika Papa, and we're here for a market discussion. I apologize for having really posted any new videos recently. I am, working a lot of hours and commuting, and I have a family. And I've also been busy with my little side eBay business in which I sell Pokemon Magic cards and sealed Pokemon and Magic products. Obviously, in this current market, the prices are really good for people who have invested in the last 2, 3, 4 years, which I have done diligently, mainly in Pokemon. And I've been selling a lot of my Magic. I don't want to get bogged down in Magic because this is a Pokemon channel, but the future for sealed Magic Pokemon products, Magic products, excluding the collector booster boxes, is not strong. And I just want to be more of a collector in Magic and a slight investor in some areas, but I'm more focused on the collecting and playing side. But I'm making this video because I'm extremely worried about the Pokemon market. Today we're going to be asking 3 questions about the Pokemon market and the effects in the future. First question I have is this market good for collectors? My simple answer is no. And why isn't it? Because it is hard. I know that in some parts of the country, especially the middle rural parts, where Pokemon investing and Pokemon collecting may be not as strong, people are able to find some of the, excuse me, we'll let that pass. People are able to find some products on the shelves, and collectors and investors are able to get stuff at reasonable prices in order to do what they're trying to do in the hobby. But on the collector's side, specifically here in California and in a lot of areas, I know it's extremely hard to get a hold of product. I just worry about the kids and the casual collectors who can't go to their Target or Walmart or Best Buy or wherever and find product. And I know that a lot of products been releasing in Sam Club and Costco, which I am not a Sam Club member, but I am a Costco member. My wife actually works for Costco, so which we haven't been able to get any. It's gone so fast, but I know some people have been able to get it, so that's good. But the collectors and the kids, even myself, I haven't opened one pack of black or white Bolt, white flare or black Bolt. I haven't been able to find any MSRP. I never find any on the shelves, and currently it's just, and I've only opened a little bit of Destined Rivals. I know this new set coming out, Mega Evolutions, is going to be difficult to get a hold of as well. I am going to try to get a hold of a couple of booster boxes. Hopefully the price is under $300. If it's over, I don't know, because my whole attitude has been to look down or out or to the sides and find stuff that I still think are deals. And I have been able to get some stuff at a reasonable price, but I'm worried about the collectors. I'm worried about people going and seeing empty shelves and how long is this going to last. It's definitely not sustainable. We could be hurting the future of the Pokemon market. I'm not saying we, but the state of the market is not good for collecting right now, and it's not good for collecting in the future if it stays like this and we really don't see any kind of let back or pullback on that. So I just worry about if we cut out a bunch of kids or young investors, or even I got into it late, which my wife pointed out, how are people going to start the hobby if they can't go and pick up booster packs, pick up collection boxes at their local store? And obviously the LGSs are raising their prices to obviously make some money, and Pokemon distributing to big box stores is only putting them more and more behind. They're not able to stock their shelves or offer things at a reasonable price, and that's making a lot of people in the community angry, especially collectors. The casual collectors are obviously upset that they can't get reasonable packs or collection boxes or anything at a reasonable price. Pokemon was expensive before, and now it's just gotten crazy. Like I said, even me, someone who's an avid collector and investor, I can't collect. I can't go and just rip packs, at a reasonable price and try to chase cards. I've actually taken a step back. Let's let that pass. I've actually taken a step back and focused more on finishing my sets. I've just recently bought some Battlestyle cards and some Chilling Reign cards, because those were the first sets I started, and I'm starting to get close. I'm hoping to finish both those sets by the end of the year. Luckily, I have all the major chase cards. Battle Styles was extremely hard to pull. I used to open so many, so I've been buying some of the top cards that I haven't had. I've rarely pulled anything from Battle Styles on the top end. A lot of the mid cards, but I just bought the Empoleon, which I'm waiting on. I bought the alternate art single strike Urshifu VMAX, which is a pretty cool card, impossible to pull, all at semi-reasonable prices. So I've been taking a step back, and so from that aspect, I guess the collectors, there's a lot to collect, so you can just not focus on new stuff and try to just buy the cards you need, and I know a lot of people do that anyways, but I just see really troubled waters and really just a bad overall outlook for collectors in the future. Second question is, how is it good for is this market good for the investors? And I would say yes, if you've invested like I did in the last 3 or 4 years, but if you're currently trying to add to positions and invest, I said collect, but invest in newer products and stuff, you have to be comfortable with taking on 2 times, 2.5 times, 3 times MSRP, which, when we do have a correction, which will happen eventually, this market cannot stay super hot for indefinitely. It could for a long period of time, which is looking like it might very well do, especially we have the 30th anniversary coming up, which is going to be absolutely nuts. I was able to get a lot of the 25th anniversary. They printed a lot, and I'm hoping Pokemon Company really does a big push and making that really available, which they have in the past, so I don't see that changing. But I still think with the way the investors are, they're going to attack that so hard, and I worry about the future of investing. Obviously, if you currently have products, you're going to be doing fine, and you're doing well on those. I just sold a Crown Zenith ETB Plus from the Pokemon Center, which I bought a case from at release. I just sold one for $465. So, obviously there's a lot of meat left there, and I did well. But I just worry about the stability of this market for investors, and I just don't see it changing anytime soon. And we have to get comfortable with the new norm of 2 times, 3 times MSRP, and hoping long term that you don't take too many losses, and that in 5, 10, 15 years down the line, you're going to have legitimate products that are desirable and are wanted. But we can't have that, as a point I made earlier, if you don't have new collectors coming in or people interested in those products that could never get them back in the day, and now they're going to be paying way more for them now than they did if they were in this hobby or getting into this hobby today. My final question is, which we've touched on a little bit, I guess, is what is the future for both these groups, collectors and investors, in the future? And I'm worried. I see nothing changing. I see this holiday season being very difficult to get products at a good price, near MSRP or better. And I don't think that we're in a good spot. And I know that's a lot of people have been saying that, and I don't know if I can add anything super interesting to that, except for good luck. We're going to have to need some things to stabilize. We're going to have to see some cooling off for things to get to a better equilibrium. And I would suggest people that are looking to invest, get creative, maybe with singles, maybe with slabs, which are still, there are some ones out there that are still reasonable prices. And maybe it's the time to kind of pull back a little bit and just ride the boat for a while and just see where this market's going to take us. That's all I have for you today. If you like this kind of content and you've made it all to the end, I would appreciate a subscribe. We're going to be doing more openings, which we've seen openings kind of go down because no one wants to open anything because they think it's going to be worth $1 million tomorrow. But we do have some interesting openings coming up in the future, and I am going to plan some kind of giveaway for Christmas, try to get some product into some people's hands. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching. Remember what Pika Papa always says: if you can, you got to catch them all. Bye.